Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing some predictions for the 100th episode of the Walking Dead television series. That is the Season 8 premiere, as well as we'll do a Q&A for today. And spoiler warning, of course, if you are not caught up for Walking Dead and if you haven't seen the Season 8 trailer yet. So, still finishing up seeing a lot of the different trailers from Comic-Con. Man, there was some really cool ones. Really like the Thor Ragnarok trailer. I thought that was really cool. I haven't done a review for it, but I could. If you guys want to see it, write a comment below whether or not you want to see me do a review for that, because that's a really great one. The Justice League one, of course, as well, too, is pretty sweet. But for The Walking Dead, still making videos, about the trailer, and will be for a while. Of course, a lot of them Q&As and that, because it is a pretty loaded trailer. There's a lot of stuff in it, and it really does give us a pretty good look at what we can expect. So this one came in from Matilbrook, who said probably a bit early for a Season 8 premiere episode 100 prediction video, but since seeing the trailer, have you had any thoughts on how you think the episode will play out? Being episode 100, I feel like they'll want to do something special, something different. What if the Old Man Rick scene from the trailer is the opening scene for the premiere? So let's start with that from Matilbrook. It's a great, great comment. You guys can write your, predictions below on what you think we're going to see in the 100th episode of the show. So it is a huge premiere. I mean, all the premieres are big for The Walking Dead, as usual, but this one is one of the biggest ever, because you're following a season where season 7, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of the fan base kind of left. The ratings went down quite a bit. And now they've had a chance to process that response and react to it. Now, because with the greater part of season 7, all of that stuff would have been in motion, written, and filmed, and everything like that. It wouldn't have been until the end of season 7, when they actually start getting ready for season 8, that they can start to see that, hey, the ratings are going down, we're starting to get some issues, the show's not. So then they can react to it, and they can change what they're doing, they can change their actions and their behavior, and try to make it better for the next season. So now we're going to get to see that finally. So how are they going to respond to kind of the fan response that they got in season 7, now going into season 8, having given time to actually change some things up and try to bring us something? So I agree with you here, Matilbrook, that they have to bring us something big for episode 100. It really is important for the show to continue, I think, that they hit it big this half. And to be honest, a lot of what we saw in the trailer, maybe we didn't see that. Maybe we didn't see, them hit it big the way that we would have expected to in the trailer. A lot of people kind of were like, yeah, the trailer's okay. It's, it's whatever. And then a lot of people also said, well, maybe they didn't include a lot of the big stuff because they didn't want to spoil it for us. They want to save it for the actual premiere. If it's a 90-minute episode, there should be lots of stuff in it that we didn't get to see in the trailer. But from what we're seeing in the trailer, predictions based on that, the first episode, you've got Daryl and the others, you've got them with this whole system set up, maybe color-coded armbands for each community set up and getting ready to go, and then they're basically organizing this whole plan, getting everybody together, getting, riled up and ready for the attack, and then they are, guiding this herd, which could be the same herd that was there last season, that we heard them kind of talking about. Some saviors were talking about routing them with explosives, if you guys saw that in season 7. So it could be the same kind of herd that was routed away. Daryl and the others could go catch it and be like, oh no, come back this way, explosives, okay, this way, and pointing them back towards. So that's going to be pretty exciting to see Daryl kind of do a no way out to the saviors. So I am excited to see that in the premiere. That looks really good. As far as the actual battle goes, they didn't show us a lot from it. If you look at the trailer, there's not a lot of Rick and the others outside the gates of the sanctuary. Rick being like, Negan, get out of here. And then Negan being like, wait, what? And then going up on maybe a banister or something similar to the comics, and seeing Rick and having them do a face-off. Rick knowing that about half a mile back there's a huge mega herd of zombies coming towards them, and then the gunfight bust out and all kinds of craziness happen like that. So maybe it's true that the trailer just they didn't want to ruin a lot of those moments for us. And if that is correct, then that's great, because I think we could see some really special moments. A nice face-off between Rick and Negan at the sanctuary, with Rick having the upper hand this time. A gunfire going out everywhere, possibly Gregory getting himself hurt or something. All kinds of chaos and craziness, whole bunch of zombie kills, and then eventually a super mega herd coming through to the sanctuary, with the survivors trying to tear the place down first before the herd gets there, and then leaving as the herd crashes into the sanctuary like a damn tidal wave. So yeah, that's pretty epic. I think that could be pretty epic depending on how it goes. And maybe it's very true that a lot of the good stuff from that, the juicy stuff, we are yet to see. So that's what I'm hoping, at least. That's kind of the direction. In terms of major character deaths on either side, I'm not expecting or predicting to see a lot of big character deaths. At the best, we probably get like a C character death in the premiere. Most likely the season after that, that's going to probably be the high point. The next few episodes will probably be Rick and the others attacking the outposts, and some of the outposts being taken down by them, some fighting back a bit, and basically give that a couple, and then Rick, probably an episode, I'm thinking 3 or 4 or something, is probably going to get captured by Jadis and the Junkyard Group, and one of the outpost runs are coming back or something when he least expects it, and then they're going to capture him, throw him in the storage container, and then maybe Michonne and the other survivors will go to discuss with them what they have to do in order to get Rick back, and if they want war. And then maybe in this season, the Junkyard Group could possibly, rectify themselves by giving Rick back, or by, calling in a truce with them or something like that. Either way, it's going to be really exciting. And if they don't do that, then I would expect to see the Junkyard Group be killed off and have all-out war between also our greater survivors and the Junkyard Group as well too, which could take up a few episodes for Negan and the others to figure out how the hell they're going to get out of the sanctuary, with eventually having their own No Way Out episode, maybe around the mid-season finale or something. So that's kind of overall what I'm thinking, or how I'm predicting it right now. So the premiere should be a big bang. It should be a huge episode, and it should be really great, and hopefully they just didn't show us a lot of the good stuff. But the Rick waking up scene, old man Rick, I think you're right. I would not be surprised if that's our very first scene of the season, in the episode 100 premiere, him waking up like that. And then maybe in the season 8 finale episode, they'll continue from that, and they'll show us the time skip and what happened after that, or maybe have him going to sleep or something like that at the end of the season. Something to, to tie it back into how the season started, if they're going to put that scene right at the beginning, which I would not at all be surprised if they did. As far as any other specific predictions, people have asked, Trev, why do you think Morgan and Jesus are fighting, stuff like this. We'll do further videos coming up with some Q&As in the future to kind of give our thoughts on why that might be, or what we're seeing there. Some people have also said, Trev, what do you think some of the people don't have armbands on, or at certain times they don't? I would think it's probably, to do with the herd leading. So when the herd leading scene goes in and they start their assault, I would think they would all armband up from what we're looking at in the trailer. And then possibly afterwards they may not necessarily have them. But you can also see one on Rick and Daryl when they're going in beside a building there. So I'm thinking, it'll be there for a bit, but it might not always be there the whole season. And the Michonne Rosita scene where they're in the car and that, they don't have them on either. So for that, I'm just thinking like another part of an episode or something, or maybe because they've been injured, they're not going to be involved necessarily too much in the leading the herd to the sanctuary. So that's all I got for now, but really excited to see the season 7 premiere and the face-off between Negan and Rick, and how all the action goes down and all the shooting and zombie kills and that kind of stuff. Because there's a few gems in the trailer. Like you see one where Jerry kills a zombie with his battle axe, and just like, oh, that's awesome. The music kind of kills it. You listen to this weird folky, I don't know, whatever. Some of you guys might be into that. I don't want to bash the music, but anyway, it's just a cool zombie kill, with the battle axe and stuff. It looks really cool. So yeah, that's fun. We've also got, what if Rick is having a dream about waking up from his coma, perhaps imagining what his life could have been like if the apocalypse had never happened. So something about the dream and him going into the coma at the beginning of the series. I don't know if it's going to tie back in the beginning of the series, but because it's the 100th episode, I guess I could see that, it having kind of a double purpose in that way, so we'll see. But yeah, as far as other stuff like that, callbacks to prior seasons and things like that, as you mentioned, Matilbrook, I'm just going to skip over that because it's too unfounded right now for us to predict based on or to see. We'll see. I am not Batman, says Trev, that's his username. You realize how clean the Walking Dead logo is. Usually it gets more decayed each season. Thoughts? So I gave my thoughts on that in the breakdown video at the end. So you can watch that if you haven't seen that yet. DJ Sunny1 says, hey Trev, I think it's really funny the way they make Rick look old. What about the rest of the cast? So we'll have to see after the time skip. Rick wakes up with a super beard, but I am excited to see what Daryl looks like. I'm excited to see how long the hair gets after a couple year time skip. What everybody looks like, because it's going to be a big time skip, and they don't usually do those. So it's going to be cool, man. I can't wait to see that. Gaz Bear says, hey Trev, are you going to do a Fear the Walking Dead trailer breakdown? So I'm thinking about it, and you guys can also write comments below to let me know. The only thing is that there's so much going on right now, and Game of Thrones is on. People have been asking for more Game of Thrones videos, so I'll have to do that pretty soon too. And we'll see. Maybe I'll go through it. I'll look at it and decide, because I do love Fear the Walking Dead, and I can't wait for the second half of season 3. I really can't. So, I'm excited for that as well, too. It's just that most of the questions I've been getting, most of the stuff has been related to Walking Dead, and that's where most of our focus has been. But I love Fear, too, man. Fear is a lot of fun, for sure. Carol McFry says, Trev Q&A, do you think Andrew Lincoln already knows his demise? So this is after the video where Robert Kirkman said that Rick is not going to survive to the end of The Walking Dead. There's also a video on the channel for that this week, if you guys haven't seen that one as well, too. I produced quite a bit, so I'm not offended if you guys didn't see some of these. Check them out. Go back through the channel and look, because some of them are pretty informative. That one definitely is, because that might change your whole outlook on how you think The Walking Dead is going to end or continue and everything. But would he already know? I don't think he knows. I don't think Kirkman has told him. But you'd have to ask Kirkman next time he does, an SDCC or something, and he answers questions. You should ask him if he's told Andrew Lincoln is how he's going to die. I highly doubt he would. It's such a big thing that even though he's Rick, like he is Rick, I think he would want to keep it quiet just in case. But Andrew Lincoln has his own kind of idea of how he wants it to end, and Kirkman thinks it's terrible, so it's pretty funny. Cure and stuff like that. So, that World War Z type stuff. It doesn't fit with The Walking Dead. I agree with Kirkman in that one. His idea is not gonna it's not gonna work. Brad Hassick says, Trev, have you taken any vacations during these 3,000 videos that you made, these 3,000 YouTube videos? No, I haven't actually. The channel's been pretty all-consuming outside of my regular job. I take vacations from work. I have not really taken any time off from the channel in all those years, because I can't, man. I enjoy doing this with you guys a lot. I know a lot of you guys enjoy the videos, and I hope you do. And so I haven't really taken like a straight off, like, okay, I'm going to take a month or 2 weeks and I'm not going to produce. I can't do it, man. I can't pull myself away from it. To me, I'd be like, even if I was on a beach, I'd be like, I gotta go. Where's the webcam? I gotta go. I'll be back in an hour or something. Go find a local cafe or something. Kudaj2 says, Q&A here. Would you consider Alicia to be the Fear the Walking Dead version of The Walking Dead's Rosita? And for Kudaj, no. Not at all. No. I get where you're going with that, because he's like, pro hot chick for Fear versus, one for The Walking Dead. I can't claim that. It's Joe Rogan's thing. He calls them professional hot chicks. Which is funny, because this is what they are. It's just called a spade a spade. But they're actresses as well too, right? They can act, definitely, and I'm not taking anything away from their acting ability, either one. But yeah, they're not very similar. She's had a few boyfriends now, but Rosita's a man-eater, so it's not the same thing. At least we get the idea that's what it is. I'm kidding, of course, ladies. Don't bite my head off. Russell Kelly says, hey, Trev, do Canadians really apologize a lot? Sorry for asking. I'm not sure if he just told me he's Canadian or not, but yes, we absolutely do. I apologize to people all the time. Like, it's sickening all the time, and it's actually a bad thing. I've had people call me out on it before. I'd be like, Trev, don't apologize so much. It makes it seem like you're taking responsibility for situations that are out of your control. It's like if I apologize for an episode of The Walking Dead that's not very good, people are like blaming me for it. It's like, whoa, I don't make the show. You know what I mean? Like, I don't produce the show. Canadians apologize all the time. At least, the nice ones do. We do, so it's what it is. Pack in a Glock says he must be American. No, I'm just kidding. You definitely looked excited, Trev. I haven't had that look on my face since my wife took me to a titty bar for my 30th birthday, and she picked up this hot little Brazilian babe for us to take home. What are you guys into? your vacations are much more exciting than mine, packing a Glock. Jamal Rana says, hey, Trev, don't you think the couple of days they took off could have affected the trailer? So that was with the stuntman, lost during filming and they had to stop production, if you guys remember. This was like a week and a half ago. I mean, I loved it, but they would have had taken a time away, I would think, in some extra hours maybe. Then again, the trailer could have just been made ages ago. What are your thoughts on that? So I think so. I actually think these trailers, if you look at the timeline of when they film and how far into filming they get, the trailers, I think, I don't want to say they're rushed, but I feel like it's kind of crammed for them. Like, I feel like with the show, and I think that's with a lot of TV shows, and I think that's where Frank Darabont had an issue with The Walking Dead, because I think he's used to working on movies where if something's bad quality, you can reshoot it, you can figure it out. With TV shows, it's really hard to reshoot stuff. If you have a bad day or a bad week of filming, or somebody like a director that's not doing well for an episode, you don't have a lot of time. You kind of need to, like, with 16 episode seasons, you need to complete that episode and then, buzz forward to the next one. And you don't have a lot of time in between to be reshooting stuff or changing things or doing stuff like that. So for the trailer, I would not be surprised if they literally threw that thing together in less than a full work week. Like one person, I wouldn't be surprised if the editing on that was less than 40 hours. I really wouldn't be, because just from the look of it and everything and the way it all feels, the way it all fits together, I mean, obviously there's some thought put into it and everything, and it must be hard to put it all together. It must be a lot of work. I'm not underestimating the amount of work it is, but I think it is a bit crammed. I really do. And if you look at this trailer as well too, yeah, I mean, you could say that, but again, they don't want to give away too much of their peak stuff either. They don't want to give you everything, give you the scene where Negan and Rick face off like that. Even though they could have, that would have been kind of cool, but they can't give us everything either. Last one will be from Sir Couchus. He says, Trev, you're like a little kid when you're watching The Walking Dead stuff. It's very cute and it makes me want to pinch your cheeks. Well, you can't. You can't pinch my cheeks. Okay, so I know I have big cheeks. I'm English in descent, so that's what it is. Jess says I have guinea pig cheeks. You can see if you know what guinea pigs look like. We have a few guinea pigs. I do get really excited when I watch Walking Dead stuff, and with my reactions too. And some people don't like reaction videos. Somebody sent me a question, said, Trev, what do you think of reaction videos? I don't do them that often. I just do them for things I get really genuinely excited for. So when you guys watch my reactions, they're the way I do it is honest. It's with integrity. It's the way I do pretty much everything. To be honest with you, it's just how I do things, and I tend to not overact. I have fun with you guys when we're watching it because I do get excited to see it, but I don't tend to that's why I would not be a good reactor, because I don't overreact to stuff. I just kind of react the way I naturally do with you guys there. So it's fun to watch it together. But, so I like doing it, but at the same time, I try not to overemphasize or act any differently with you guys than I would if I was just watching it alone. The only thing is I'm inviting you guys in, we're doing it together, so we can all feel like we're having fun watching it together. That's the idea. So that's why I like to do reaction videos for certain special things, but I don't do them that often. Special episodes, special trailers, stuff like that. Anyway, that'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. Feel free to send me any other questions you have for tomorrow, and I should probably make some Game of Thrones videos soon, because I think Game of Thrones subscribers are going to get pissed. But if you guys like this video, please thumb it up below. You can also share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe to the channel, bottom left to subscribe. I appreciate it, guys. And if you haven't checked out the Patreon page, link will be in the description below. You can check it out. And if you want to, donate $1 to the channel or something, keep the channel going, get it to 10,000 videos, then that's where you can do it. And appreciate all of your support, guys. Everybody who sends through the messages and comments, video suggestions, questions, Patreon support, everything you guys do. Thank you guys so much. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow.